Welcome to Weekly Digest, where we highlight the works of ministers of government as they push the administration's development agenda. Senior Minister in the Office of the President with responsibility for finance, Dr. Ashni Singh, participated in an outreach facilitated by the National Insurance Scheme at Enterprise, East Coast Demerara. Dr. Singh noted that in accordance with the government's plan to improve and modernize state agencies, focus is being placed on NIS. The government is currently working with the board of directors and the management of NIS to improve its services. However, Minister Singh pointed out that some of the issues are as a result of non-compliance by employers.
So my call to employers out there is to ensure that you put your houses in order in relation to compliance with the law as it relates to NIS for your employees. There are certain particular categories of companies. I don't want to name them here, but there are certain categories of companies that have a lot of employees that are notorious for either non-deduction or late payment of payment to the NIS.
The senior finance minister is also urging employees to uplift their annual contribution statements from their employers, which is provided by NIS. Dr. Singh is working with the NIS to ensure that pensions are paid immediately after contributors turn 60.
I want to get to a point where as soon as you reach 60, next month you start getting your pension. That is what should happen. That is what should happen. And that is the instruction that I've given to NIS. So we also have this business that people are waiting for a year, 2 years, and you wouldn't believe we have had cases of people waiting for 30 years. I've dealt with people who are 93 years old and didn't get their pension, and thankfully we were able to resolve it.
On the infrastructure front, almost $1.1 billion will be spent on roadworks in Linden and Kokwani, Region 10.
You would have seen that already advertised. It's almost 20-something roads that will be done in the Linden Township, costing almost $800 million. Most of those bids are being opened on June 9.
Some $209 million in contracts was allocated in Region 3 for the construction of a school, a sluice, and 2 roads. Minister of Local Government and Regional Development, Nigel Darmlal, presided over the contract signing.
Today, we are going to sign a relatively big contract for the reconstruction of a primary school. In Zilop, the old primary school will be demolished and a new structure will be reconstructed. Today also we will be doing 2 roads in Good Fortune. I think it's the first and second cross streets in Good Fortune towards the squatting area. And we will also be doing a sluice in Zealandia on the Wakenham Island. And it is true that as we are doing development work in this region, as we are doing in other regions,
2 roads will be constructed at Good Fortune squatting area. Rehabilitation works will be done on the sluice at Zealandia and Wakenham, while there will be a new Zealot primary school. Minister of Housing and Water, Colin Crowell, and the Minister of Home Affairs, Robeson Ben, commissioned a $7 million police outpost at Cummins Lodge new scheme. Minister Crowell said with the allocation of 117 house lots already in Cummins Lodge housing scheme, a strong security mechanism is necessary.
As a ministry and as a government, continue to build new communities. At the same time, it is equally important that we have the necessary services, facilities, and amenities within those neighborhoods.
Minister Ben said the initiative reinforces the government's commitment to providing safer and more secure communities.
I would like the police stations to be welcoming places. Our police stations must be welcoming places for the people. Our police stations must be the safe place in the community for each and every one, even for the perpetrator. Because if he goes out there, he might find worse. Our police stations must be safe and welcoming for persons in the community.
Minister of Public Works Bishop Juan Edgell commissioned a $82 million stelling at Fort Island, fulfilling a commitment made in 2021.
I'm happy to be here to deliver to you this stelling, but in delivering this stelling, we're delivering new hope, new opportunities, and the possibilities for a thriving, economically buoyant Fort Island.
The operations of the Guyana Fire Service have been boosted with the procurement of 2 ambulances, water tenders, and an airport rescue firefighter vehicle to the tune of $178.6 million.
Our President Irfan Ali and the Cabinet, of course, are greatly interested in preventing, in mitigating the occurrences of fire, and also in the rescue services with respect of persons who may need paramedical services from the emergency medical technicians.
Minister Ben further stated that the critically needed vehicles will enhance the capabilities of the fire service. The construction of a new bridge across the Demerara River is now closer to realization, with the signing of a US $260 million contract.
The signing of this contract today is truly monumental and will lead to construction activities never before witnessed in our urban space. There is going to be some inconveniences on the land side as well as in the river, perhaps even in the air over the next 2 years, as piles are driven on the land and in the water, or as sand is transported to the work site, or as the towers are constructed to connect the cable stay section of the bridge. But at the end of the inconvenience, we will have achieved monumental progress and development.
Additionally, Senior Minister in the Office of the President with Responsibility for Finance, Dr. Ashni Singh, noted that more initiatives of similar nature will be implemented.
We are witnessing history today. And not history in the sense of a one-off, isolated project, but history in the sense of a major transformative project that is part of a much larger, comprehensive plan for transforming Guyana.
More residents of Regions 5 and 6 will be equipped with the necessary tools for employment following the skills training consultation conducted by the Board of Industrial Training, BIT.
I'm giving you the stark reality of our situation as a country, unprepared. On one side, we're unprepared, but on the other side, we complain every day about expatriates coming into the sector and doing better and working for more money. So, that is the reality of the situation. And that's the reason why you have to help me. You have to help me resolve the matter we have before. That is what this conversation is about.
In the health sector, Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony says the BA2 COVID variant may be circulating in Guyana.
So that's something that we probably have here in Guyana. It's much milder, but it's more transmissible. So it's even more transmissible than previous variants that we've seen. It can cause hospitalization, especially for persons who are older and unvaccinated. And we are seeing a few cases of persons getting sick and requiring hospitalization.
With more countries recording cases of the monkeypox, Guyana's surveillance team has been instructed to be more vigilant in identifying the disease.
We have also put our surveillance team on alert, and we have sent out a memo to all our doctors identifying what are the clinical symptoms of monkeypox, and just for them to be on the alert in case they see any cases.
Symptoms of monkeypox include fever, swollen lymph nodes, and rashes. Dr. Anthony noted the symptoms are likely to appear 5 days after an infection. Now let's take a look at the various independence celebrations across the country attended by ministers of government.
Place of peace, a place of love. We are one Guyana. It's paradise, it's our world.
Once you're in Guyana, you are equal and you have the same rights, same privileges, same opportunities, and same access. When we say we are one Guyana, it means whether you are African, from African heritage, or Indian, or Chinese, or Portuguese, or Amerindian, or Caucasian, or you're Boffianda, Santantol, Guybraz, all the different mixtures that they have. Once you are Guyanese, you should be treated equal and have the same opportunities.
In Region 3, Minister within the Ministry of Public Works, Deodat Indar, presided over the flag-raising ceremony on May 25. Prime Minister Brigadier Retired Mark Phillips took the salute on May 26 at Parliament Building as the golden arrowhead was hoisted.
Independence is a time when we celebrate all of our achievements over the years. This is the 56th independence anniversary. This is a time for us to reinforce one people, one nation, one destiny.
After so many years, we're proud of what we have achieved over those many years. There have been setbacks in our history, but by and large, we have really pressed on and succeeded. And as the People's Progressive Party City government, we will continue to work hard every day to advance people's welfare and development and to make sure that our people are better off.
That's it for this edition of Weekly Digest. For these and other government-related information, do log on to our website, dpi.gov.gy, and our social media platforms as well. Goodbye.